About 5 years ago, I ran my first Post Utme exam and I failed. And this brought a lot of questions in my head. I was wondering, am I not good enough? Did I not read enough? Did I study the wrong way? I had a lot of questions running through my head at the same point. I was very confused. That failing or that failure set me back a lot in my thoughts, and sometimes I felt depressed. So I kept asking questions and wondering what made me fail. What were the things I did wrong, and how would I correct it if I ever got the chance to write a Post Utme exam again? Because at that point I was getting a lot of stress from my parents that I only had one chance. The next year I got a chance to register for another jam and another Post Utme, and I promised myself I'm not going to do what I did the previous year this year. But then something happened. There was an outbreak of COVID-19, so the Post Utme didn't let her hold. But then I applied the same methods to my JAMB exam, and I ended up passing my JAMB exam in flying colors, and that was how I managed to gain admission into the university to study medicine and surgery. So what are the things, or what is the system that I've built that has helped tens of students around me to gain admission without spending a dime and pass their Post Utme in flying colors? That's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. The first thing I did to ensure that I didn't fail my Post Utme again was to start early. Usually Post Utme happens around August, September. It's very advisable for you to start preparing around May, June, as you wouldn't get enough time to cover up everything you need to do in July to write the exams. So I started very early. I actually started around January to start preparing for my JAMB and my Post Utme exams, and I saw a drastic improvement in my results the following year. And this same thing I'm telling you guys, what I've told tens to hundreds. I don't know how many students I've told, but I've told a lot of students about this same thing, and they have applied it and it has worked for them. Knowing your university of choice is actually key to passing your UTME exams. Before you even buy the form of the youth Post Utme, you should have known what your school cutoff mark is. You should have seen your JAMB results, and you should have decided within yourself if you think that your aggregates will be up to the cutoff mark of the school. In fact, there's a lot of considerations or a lot of things to consider before applying to a school for Post Utme, so you should be very, very careful with this. Now, knowing your university of choice doesn't just end at knowing it. Sometimes it's better that you go there, inspect the place, check the place out, meet students that are there, and ask them questions that interest you before you actually apply or go to write your Post Utme exam. Know the place, know the location. Okay, all these things would help you perform better, because once you know the place and once you've actually gone to that place or gone to the institution of choice that you're applying to, the day of the Post Utme exam, you are not nervous. You are well acclimatized with the environment you're going to, so you're not scared. You're not like the place is not looking new to you. You've gotten a bit of adaptation to that place, and also knowing your cutoff mark would actually fetch you more luck, because you are sure that okay, I stand the chance of getting admitted to this school because look, I got, or I'm above the cutoff for my required course. So it boosts your confidence and it just helps you in overall performance. A lot of us end up using the wrong materials to study for our Post Utme, and it's totally not our fault. You see, most of our Post Utme just left secondary school, and just like me 5 years ago, I just left secondary school. I was very naive to most of the things, and I didn't really have anybody to tell me these things or to share these things that I'm sharing with you guys to me. So I felt very lost. So I was doing everything out of my own knowledge and maybe some of my friends that were also applying to these schools. After failing, and when I went to the school of choice, which was UNN at the time, when I went to UNN at the point after my failure, I discovered that there are a lot of things I don't know, like the materials I was using was wrong, the study textbooks I was using was wrong. You see, universities have this thing where they have the textbooks they use to set their questions from. They have all these things you need to have within your power so that it will enable you to pass. So what I started to do was I started meeting students that have actually passed these exams and asking them questions. I got the past questions. Past questions, I think there's like a lot of schools sell past questions on different courses, or any course that you want to study, and the 4 subjects, there are past questions on them. So pick the past questions up and revise them over and over again. University, they do this thing where the kind of set questions that are from specific textbooks. So their topics, their questions are from specific textbooks. So once you have gone to the school, you've done a bit of research, you figure out these textbooks that they use and use them to revise for your exam, so that on the day of the exam you are good, basically, because you have studied with the same textbook they studied from, and most of them lift the questions from the textbooks into the exam questions. This one is kind of bait. I think this is the first thing everybody should know, and that is to practice past questions. Like, you are not writing post utme if you've not practiced past questions. A lot of people end up not getting the past questions, and it's totally understandable, but that's why I emphasized on going to the university, your university of choice, so that once you are there, you can meet students and make networks, build friends that can share these materials with you. Because these days, maybe you might not find the past questions in hard copy, but in soft copy, you can get recent past questions and start solving on time, like I said earlier. So if you solve more past questions, you know, okay, this is the part I'm lagging behind, okay, this is the part I'm not doing so well, then you know where to pick up and you know the topic to read next. But without practice past questions, you don't have a judge, you don't have something to as an examination, so you're just like reading, but you don't even know if you're prepared yet for the exam. Not really connected to the exam, but it's something that is really required for each and every one of you guys that are going to be writing these post utme exams, and that is your confidence. You see, a lot of us step into exam hall without confidence, like we lack confidence. And I was like this as well. I would step into exam halls and I don't have confidence in any way. I'm not confident in myself. I just feel, oh God, let me get this over with. This exam is here, let me write it. But I don't really have confidence in myself that I'm going to do well in the exam. The primary method of your confidence is to be prepared. You have to be prepared. You have to tell your mind that you're prepared. And the only way to tell your mind that you're prepared is by actually preparing. You have to study, you have to burn the candle. And my advice to each and every one of you that's watching this video, writing this post utme, is to study like your life depends on it. And at the end of the day, you're happy with yourself. I wish you all well. I wish you all good luck in your post utme exam. I'll be rooting for you here, and if you reach your post utme exam before seeing this video, please comment your score, and maybe after writing your post utme exam, please come back to this video and comment your score. I want to see all of you smiling in flying colors. Thank you and God bless you. Have a nice day.